Okay, here it is. Tip number 2, tips for home ownership. So we've already talked about what it means to be a homeowner, who can be a first-time home buyer. It's not only first-time home buyers. There are a few exceptions, other ways that you can be considered a first-time home buyer when getting a loan. We've also talked about hustle, the H in home ownership. But today I want to talk about the O, organize. Organize, the O in home ownership. So you say, Josh, what are we going to organize? Well, we're going to organize our paycheck. Have you ever been in a situation where you got to the end of the workday and you thought, oh crap, what exactly did I get done today? Or have you ever got to the end of the month and you thought, oh, how did my credit card bill get so high this month? Or how did I spend all of my money? What happened? Why is my checking account in the negative? You started the month without really having a plan, and it just kind of went away. Sometimes you start your day without really having a plan, and the day just kind of goes away. I don't want to really tell you all about this, but I have a daily checklist and quick notes here that I keep on my desk every day, and that's how I organize my day. At the end of the day, I write down the date for tomorrow's checklist, and it helps me know what I'm going to get done tomorrow. It helps me know if I got anything accomplished at the end of the day. So you got to organize your day. You got to organize your paycheck. You got to organize your life. You got to organize a lot of things. You know what I discover that people who want to buy a home fail to do? They fail to organize their tax return. You say, what do you mean? Well, there's a lot of people in a situation where they're going to be a first-time home buyer and they get a good tax return. Maybe they get $3,000 back on their taxes or $6,000 back on their taxes, and they don't really make a plan for what they're going to do with that money. And here's what happens. They get the money, and then they start thinking, oh, well, I've got $6,000. I can buy a washer and dryer. Maybe the washer and dryer that they have is not completely bad. Or they can think, I can make a down payment on a car. Or they think, oh, I've got $6,000. I can stop and eat out tonight. And then when the $6,000 is gone, sometimes within a month of the time they got their paycheck, they got their tax return, they go, wait a minute, what happened to it? What did I do with it? Here's what I want to encourage you to do. Start ahead of time. Before you get your paycheck, write down where you're going to spend it. Write down how much you're going to give. Write down how much you're going to save. Write down how much you're going to spend. And then before you spend that money out, Dave Ramsey says, before you spend it, assign a name to it, assign a task to every dollar. Well, I would encourage you to do the same thing. Do it with your paycheck. Do it with your day. Do it with your week. Do it with your tax return. You say, but Josh, I don't know my numbers. I don't know where my money goes every month. Well, that's a problem. Phil Sizemore always says, know your numbers, know your numbers, know your numbers. Well, I'm going to say, you got to know your numbers. And so how do you figure out where your paycheck goes every month if you don't know your numbers? All right, get a graph, get a spreadsheet, get a piece of paper. And for the next 3 months, write down every dime you spend. Now, it's going to help you in all kinds of ways. One way it's going to help you is when you have to write down every dime you spend, you might spend a little less. When you have to write down every time you went to the snack machine, you might spend a little less. Heck, you might eat a little less. If you have to write down every time you eat out, you might spend a little less, and you might eat out a little less. But if you'll write down every dime you spend for 3 months, then before month 4 starts, you can say, all right, I'm going to cut out 5% here, and I'm going to cut out 10% here, and here's where my paycheck's going to go next month. You'll be amazed at how quickly you'll be able to save for a down payment. You'll be amazed at how much further your money goes when you assign it a task every week, every month, instead of just spending it as you go. Some people would say you need to get to the point, you need to work to the point where you have 50% in expenses and 25% in savings, 25% in wants. Maybe that's an idea, I don't know. But what is an idea is know your numbers. You should know what percentage of your income goes to regular monthly payments. You should know what percentage of your income goes to regular bills. You should know your numbers.